Alright, what's up YouTube? Right now I'm gonna do the Skate 3 filming tutorial. And now I say Skate 3 because Skate 1 and Skate 2 don't have the same filming. I mean, Skate 2's kind of the same, but they changed a lot of it. Like, they added an update on this game to make it a little bit different, you know? And then Skate 1 doesn't really have filming. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, you know. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I've gotten like a lot of questions on how I film, and you know, I'm not saying I'm like a really good filmer, but I figure I'm pretty good, you know, because I always get a lot of good feedback on my videos from filming and stuff. So I figure I'd go ahead and teach some people how I do it, and give some people some pointers who have some problems with theirs or whatever. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna cover like the basics of every trick or every type of filming, you know. So like right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do a follow camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it where I want it to be. I usually wait until he straightens, like right before he straightens himself out like that, you know. So I landed fakey, so I'm gonna wait there, and then this is just gonna go like before I set up. Usually I do it before I set up for my trick, so right there. Advanced free camera is the main camera you're going to use, and the button that you press right there is X, or on Xbox it would be A, and then go to advanced free camera, and usually you want to get about as low as possible for these kind of clips, for like follow cams. And you can use 24 millimeters. That's the zoom up there in the top, you know. And I don't use 24, but that's just the basic. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do the zoom glitch right now. So first what you want to do is you want to put your first clip and you want to make it, you change the zoom with the directional buttons. So you go right, and I usually go to 33. You go forward just enough so that that little black line isn't highlighted anymore. You want to make another keyframe by just going to advanced free camera again, and then you go all the way to the left to put it back to 24, and what that's going to do is it zooms it out. See? And I usually use mine. See, there's 16, so you got to delete that. I usually go mine to about 13 for my follow cams. So now that it's 13, you're going to delete all the other frames except for the one that's 13. So you're going to delete all the ones before the last frame. So you're going to delete this one. So you press up, and then you go to yes. And then do the same for this one. And now what you're going to do is go to the beginning, and you're going to put down another frame and see that it's going to be 13, and then I go and delete that one. And then I usually delete the first one just to start, you know, like it's fresh at 13, but you don't have to do that. And now I'm going to position my camera. I usually go like a little bit forward, and I don't really ever center my guy, but you can center him too. It just makes him zoom a little bit more when you have fisheye on. This is fisheye lens. So I'm gonna go about right here and move this over about the same area, and then I'm gonna lift it up a little bit and turn around like that, and he lands. I'm gonna slam the camera back down to the ground and just go ahead and do that. Now let's see how it looks. Alright, so that's okay. I seen a little right here. I want this to be low again. So that looks pretty good. You know, it's nice and smooth, and you know, usually when you don't use, like if you use a lot of keyframes, it's going to move around a lot because it's trying to position itself into that spot. See, I don't have that many, but I need to move around a lot. So like right now I'm going to go ahead and do the long lens shot, and I'll just use the same trick because, you know, it doesn't really matter. So if you guys were confused maybe about what I did during this, you know, like, okay, so these are all slammed to the ground, and I just try to stay in about the same position, and then when he comes up like to grind something, I usually do that either when he grinds something or when he maybe airs over some stairs or something. I'll do some stairs right now too. So this, he you know, I lifted it up a little bit, and then as soon as I clear out from the middle of the camera, I slammed it back down. So he's back on the ground there. So now, you know, you just go like that and it looks good. And now what I do here is I'm going to go ahead and delete the last one. And this is just, you can delete all the keyframes at the same time, because I'm going to start new and do a long lens, you know. This is just like a shortcut you can do, so you don't have to go all the way across and delete each one of them. You know, you can just go to the end and press down, and it adds a clip marker, and you click yes, and you delete the clip marker, and it deletes all the keyframes, see? So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to a long lens shot, and I'm just going to put it, I don't know, like right here would be fine, I guess. And you're going to start at 24, and I zoomed this one all the way into 75. And you can zoom in to, I think it's 400, I think is the most. So you don't have to go to 400, you know. I'm going to go to whatever this one is, because I think it looks pretty good. I'm at 300 then, so 275, whatever. So you're going to see this. I'm going to use like very little keyframes because I don't need to be moving around a lot. But you don't want to, well, I guess, I don't know. The thing is really glitchy. I mean, it improved a lot from Skate 2's replay editor, but it's still really glitchy like some things. But as you can see right there, you know, I just followed, you know, it's real smooth. And all I used was 3 keyframes. So don't think you got to be, you know, you don't got to put like one here and then have it like that, and then you got to put one, like you got to put one here and have it looking down because you want them looking at the board or something. Oops, messed up. You want it looking at the board, you know, and then you put one like over here because you want it to be like on this side of them. You think that would look cool or something like that, but then when you go and watch it, you're like, yeah, and then it's just like, you know, like you see, I see a lot of videos that just move around like that, you know. So I mean, yeah, you could do it like that, you know, but people are going to be like, oh, I don't, you know, the filming wasn't very good. So, you see, look, even just with 2, you know, the lowest amount of keyframes, the better, because it's smoother, you know, there's less movement of the camera. That's like a main tip right there. So, there's that, and now I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here. I'm going to go find some stairs and do a quick trick down some stairs, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I'm back, and now we got a stair set that I found, so I went ahead and went up to these stairs here, and we're gonna cut it. Where was it at? Not that one. And you see what I did right there? I pressed down. When you press down, you know, your taunt down will scare the pedestrians away if you didn't know that, so you don't have to play, like I like to play story mode so I can change how my character looks a lot, so you don't have to go and play in free roam all the time. But now we're gonna go ahead, and what I usually do is I find where he goes, so that's where he's gonna be at. So I'm gonna start right there in the middle. So what am I doing? Let's delete that keyframe. And I want to start right here in the middle, so we're going to go ahead and do the camera glitch again. Damn it, that's what that's fine, I can start right here. So we're going to go to 33. You don't have to go to 33, you know, that's just where I go. Because if you go any more than that, it goes way too fast. And, you know, this one is good because it shows you just about every selection, every different millimeter. You know, you just move little by little and you can find it. So we're going to go to where I want it to be at, right here. And I'm going to go kind of fast with this one because I already explained how to do all those. So we're going to go about right here. And I think usually I go from the top. So I'm going to go up a little bit. And now when I, you know, from this direction over here, I usually like to be about, let's go ahead and go down a little bit like that. So then it pops up, and then we're going to go ahead and move this down a little bit right here, and we're going to go ahead and move it towards the side a little bit because you don't want the cameraman to seem like he's just standing completely still, you know. And let's see how smooth that looks. That looks alright, but you don't want, I mean, you want, it's alright to cut the head, you know, you never want to cut the board, so don't ever cut the board, but I really don't like head cuts, so I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and let's see if I can fix it. Goes up. It's not too bad, I guess. I don't want to, like, you know, move it too much. I don't want the camera to be all shaky looking. So I think that's pretty good, you know. And now I'm going to show you guys how to do the ramp slow-mo. Oh, you don't want that either. I can just cut it. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how to do ramp slow-mos on this game. So you want to go to triangle, which changes what the timeline is up on the top. See, so that's regular, that's camera. Then we have speed, which is what we're going to be using. There's also shake, brightness, contrast, saturation, tint, and then it goes back to camera. So I'm not really going to go into those because they're not really important. I mean, over the head, well, you know what, usually what I do, okay, I'm not going to do ramp slow-mos on this one. I'm not going to do ramp slow-mos right here. I'll show different thing real quick. All right, so this is what I do. Well, this is what you should do. So I want to do a trick down the stairs and do ramp slow-mo. Well, in the timeline, you know, you only have a certain amount of time. So what you do here is you open up your object dropper, L1 circle, and it opens up your object dropper. But now what that does, it restarts your whole replay editor. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a, you know, just a backside double kickflip down the stairs. And then I'll open up my replay editor. You know, you can just press select to go to it. You don't have to press start. But see how estimated video length at the bottom, it's only at 8 now. So we're gonna go, you know, I like to go right before he straightens up, and then I like to go right before he sets up. So that'll be right here. It doesn't really matter for stairs that way, you know. And honestly, I don't even want to refilm everything just because I don't want to waste too much time. So I'm just gonna go at this angle. It's pretty crappy looking, but you know, whatever. It just looks like somebody's dad's filming it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the speed, and then right before you pop, see, so like right there, we're going to go ahead and create the key, and then right after that, you want to do -3, and then I usually do like right before, or like maybe in the middle of his trick. So like, you know, right there, he would be catching the regular kickflip, so that's when he's starting it. And then I put it at just +3, whatever. I don't really know what to call it. And then right before he hits the ground, like about right there, is when you want to make it go back to normal. So then right before that, you want to make it -3 again. That's how it ramps, you know, so it goes woo, and then see how it looks? It looks, I mean, it's kind of ramped and kind of not, you know, that's just like, there's probably better ways to do it on this game, but I don't do it that way. This is like the simplest way. It's more of the beginner way, and I don't really want to go too much into it because I only have so much time, because I'm already at like 14 minutes now. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this, and I'm gonna show you guys another style of filming to do. Alright, so now we're gonna have the guy jumping off of stuff. You know, you could do it similar to, you know, stairs filming, but it's higher up, so it wouldn't look the same, you know. So we're gonna get right here to when he lands, and then yeah, straightens up his legs. We're gonna go just have it about right there. That's fine. Okay, you could do 2 different kind of angles for this. Well, actually, there's more than 2, but I mean, you could do like, you know, the close up like that, or you can do the far away. And then some people a lot like to do like right here, and then they'll go, you know, 75 and get to the zoom that you want it to be, maybe 200. That looks pretty good right there. So we're gonna do that. Oops. So it's 208. So we're gonna have it about right here when he starts to do, when he's about to pop, maybe like right there. We're gonna have it on him just like that, and then right here at the beginning, oh wait, okay, at the end you want to make sure that you put it still at 208. You don't want those to change yet, you know. And then right here we're gonna make that to 75. People will have it like zoom in like that, you know. And then now you can mess around in the middle a little bit, make it that messed up the zoom too. No, it's not really that bad. Come on now. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. has that nice little zoom at the beginning. So whoa. So then you want to delete. Well, you don't want to do that, but I'm going to delete them all, and then I'm going to go over here to, no, what the hell are you talking about? Delete. Go back to this zoom. You could do 24, you know, and you can just have them like coming off like this maybe. I don't really use 24 like at all ever. And then maybe lower it. Let's see how that looks. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. But the way I like to do it for these kind of angles, if I don't do the far shot, I usually get about, let's do the zoom glitch, and I don't go all the way to 13 for this one because it's going to zoom out too much and it's a huge gap, you know. So I go to around like 15, maybe 17, depending on the size of the gap. I'll just do 15 on this one. So maybe we'll start like right here and we'll have it up, and then when he comes we'll move a little bit and then go down and then just follow him. So he goes, and then that looks pretty good. I would probably use that one or the first one the best. So there's that kind of thing, and now we're going to move on to just like normal gaps. Okay, now this is a different type of gap. I was going to do a different gap, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this kind. This is more of like an up angle. So we're going to go right before I go and pop it. So that right there is pretty good. Okay. And my power slide. Now what I usually like to make it do is find like a spot that's above it. You know? I need to stop saying, you know. Find a spot that's above it. And then maybe you want to zoom in more for far away shots, you know. So maybe get like about right here. And I usually like to have them moving because it just adds more to like the scenery look, you know. You know, do you know? I know. Okay, and we're going to have it go down a little bit. And maybe zoom out slowly. And then we're going to have it about right here. And then turn back towards him. Maybe we can have him go off the screen. I don't know if that would look good though. Let's see. The gap's over. Yeah, let's not have him go off the screen. So he gaps over. And okay, we don't want him to go off the screen and then come back. So we do it like this. He comes over, stays on the screen. Let's delete that last keyframe because that makes it sway back, and you don't want that. Smoothest as you can, like butter. So that's pretty good there. That's, you know, that's all right. So that's like an up moving camera. You know, dude, oh my god, I need to stop saying that. Okay, anyways, that's pretty good there. So you could do it that way, or you could, let's see if we can mess around with it in the middle a little bit. It's always good to try out as many angles as you can. Well, I don't know about as many angles as you can. You know, if you're not in a hurry, I don't have much to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try out all these different angles. You know, the video's about 20 minutes now, so it's all right, I guess. It's whatever. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go ahead and do the zoom glitch, and 15's good for this one. Delete that one. Let's go to start at this angle. So we're gonna come right here under and have it move in and maybe look up, and then have it maybe come up a little bit and then come back down. Well, what's in the way? The pole. Don't want to cross the pole. Don't pole. All right, let's see now. Don't want it to do that. All right. That looked pretty good, if you ask me. That looks like it could be the cover of a magazine or something. So you know, just mess around with a lot of different angles. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a different type of gap now. Alright, now we got this gap here that I did. It was more of a line, but we're just gonna use the first gap and then backside, sorry, excuse me, backside kickflip over it. So gonna go right about, yeah, before I do that switch ollie, because you don't want to like have them setting up for another trick and then just cut it off. Then people are like, oh, what did he do? And if you fell, you don't want to show it, and yeah, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and, damn it, go back to our advanced free camera just to show you guys what it's like. I don't ever use these. Oh, they're different, you know. You could use them. They're not really bad. I know a couple people that uses them, but what they do is like they shake when your person moves. See? Like when he pops up off the ground, it looks like it shakes. I don't know. I don't like using them, but whatever. We're gonna go ahead and I don't know if I should do that here. This is a kind of big gap. I didn't really notice it. I used to film them like this, which is bad. I think it doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very bad, I guess. You can zoom in a little bit more and get a. It looks pretty good. So you could film gaps like that, you know. Oh my god. Okay, you could film gaps like this. Maybe do the zoom glitch again. Maybe that's a little bit too much. How about right there? That's pretty good. Have it moving. Do we want it to move? So you can have it move like that, or you could just have it stand still like, let me see here, get this free camera and back it up a little bit. Pedestrians are annoying, so that looks pretty good, you know. And you can always slow-mo and he'll be like, brrr. So yeah, let's move up a little bit here. Boom. How would I do this now? You know, I like to use fisheye for most of my clips, so that's what I'm trying to work with here. I don't know really what I'm gonna do for this one because it's kind of a big gap, but I got an idea. So I always try to stay on the inside and a little bit lower, if you see what I mean. And let's go to 16's good. Like I said, I don't really like using 13 for all of them, and I've actually been using 15 a lot. But okay, we're gonna have it like right there, and we're gonna have him go. Maybe drop down a little bit, and then have it go like this, and then about right here we want it to start coming up. Okay, but we don't want it to go inside. You never want to do that. Then we have him right here, maybe not going up, but maybe moving in a little bit, you know, to look at him. Let's see how that looks. I have a feeling, yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be kind of crappy. Okay, so we're gonna have this pop back out, and we're gonna delete that last keyframe. Let's see what it does. Okay, it comes up too fast, I think. Damn it. So we're gonna delete this one again. Maybe come about right here for it, and then right here we're gonna come all the way back up. Now let's see what it looks like. That looks like diarrhea stains. So maybe here. Damn it, why does it sway so much? I don't like that. Alright, let's just go ahead and delete those and see what it does. Okay. That doesn't look too bad as long as it keeps him in the fisheye. We get like right there. What the f... Oh. Okay. You know what? Don't film gaps like this. It's retarded. So you can do them maybe like this. I don't know. you can film gaps like that, just this gap is too big. Let me go find a smaller one real quick. Alright, so I found a nice little smaller gap. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back in, and we're going to get the fisheye lens. So this is a smaller gap, so I'm going to go ahead and use 13 on it. Come on there, buddy. There it is. Alright, so you know the drill. Delete all of those. Damn it, I put a freaking marker down again. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. Whatever. Alright, advanced free camera. Have him come up about right here. And then when he comes up, I just did a nice little big spin. Then we move over. And come back up a little bit. So let's see that. Comes over. That's pretty good, you know. I wouldn't I would do a little bit more to fix it up. Maybe like come up right here a little bit. That looked a little bit better. Let's heighten this part up a little bit. About right there. And rapid camera movements. Not digging that. Let's see. Oh, that's better. That's alright. And then because it moves so much, I would maybe slow-mo it. So, you know, start right there. We're going to end it right there. And then this is too small to do how I was showing you guys earlier, so this is just a faster way to do it that's dirtier. It doesn't look as clean, you know. But, you know, it doesn't look too bad. That's the way that I did them at first. Maybe not all the way to 3 though, maybe go to 4. So yeah, that looks alright. So there's that type, and I'm gonna show like big stair sets now. Big stair sets. Okay, so this is a big enough stair set here. I did a Smith down it, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it where it goes. I hate downtown. It takes forever to load stuff. So this stair set is it's not that big really, you know, but you can't really do like one of these kind of things and follow down it. I guess you could on this one if you go like right in the middle. But on bigger stair sets it wouldn't work. So what you would want to do for bigger stair sets is there's 2 different kind of things for these long lens for stair sets. You can always get from here. Now I'm gonna do the zoom glitch, so I messed up. Let me just zoom it out a little bit, but I don't want it to zoom in that much. Just about right. That's good right there. 158. So we're gonna cut it, and there's 158. Cut that one. And usually I don't have them move, you know, for these kind of stair sets. Just like have it, you know, going down, or maybe at a different angle, like over here. I don't know, straight never really looks good to me, but doesn't look too bad. So there's that angle, and then you can get this angle, like the looking down angle, which I personally like. I like this looking down angle, you know. Do you? Oh my god, whatever. Okay, so do our first keyframe, and then have it go just a little bit, and then keep it going, because when it gets to the end, like the very end of the timeline, not to where you cut it but where the timeline is, it'll try to like reset back. So you always want to put a keyframe at the end. I probably should have said that at the beginning, but hopefully you watched this whole thing, even though it's around 30 minutes now. So there's that angle from the top. You know, you don't have to do it moving. Most people really don't, because it would be like impossible to do in real life. And this was all basically just realistic, you know, realistic angles. I said I was going to do all of them, but I'm not really good at owl cam and all that stuff. So there's those, and I'll show you guys some what's it called? Like scenery shots, you know? I'll show you guys how to do some of those. So, see you then. Okay, so now we're gonna do a scenery shot, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it around this parking garage or whatever you want to call it here. Now, so we're gonna go ahead and maybe make it around 10 seconds or something like that. Maybe 6 seconds. That sounds alright. So we're gonna go back to our advanced free camera. And there's different ways you can do it. You know, I'm gonna try to come around maybe like the trees, and maybe you know, let's go ahead and zoom in, because I don't know, when I zoom in it seems like the resolution is a little bit better. Not the resolution, the I don't know. It just looks better to me. And then we can just like something like that maybe. Let's see how it looks. Port Carverton. You know, you for those you just want them to move slow and fast. Maybe let's, for the end, instead of looking up at Port Carverton, we can have it go ahead and look down over here, and then finish it looking like that. You know, so I go to Port Carverton, and then alright, that's a little bit too fast for my liking. So let's go ahead and put it about right here. Oops. So we're gonna go, and that looks okay. The only problem there is that my skater's in the shot. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick that if you open up your options, you press square right there, there's all these different things. That's where you upload it. You can upload it straight to YouTube. You can save it to your individual own skate reel. You know, you can take a photo of what your spot is, and then this is where you want to go, the replay settings. So you go to your replay settings, and you can do green screen, which makes your character there with the green screen in the background, and then the visibility of your skater on, off, and then visibility of other skaters. So if there's any other skaters, maybe like you went and did say like the last thing I used it on is I went and did a nose blunt on the little mini ramp at Regs, you know, and then somebody, I don't remember who it was, one of the skaters came under me and kind of got in my way, so it looked bad in the shot. So I just turned off the visibility of him, and then makes it look okay. So turn off the visibility of everything, and now my skater's gone, and this is just nice and smooth without anybody in the way or anything. So that looks good. That looks good. And you know, you can mess around. You know, you can go ahead and like put you can change the color of it, you know, maybe to make the brightness, oh, not the brightness, the contrast. I usually like to bump up the contrast a little bit. And then saturation also, that, you know, that's like the reds. Maybe the brightness up a little bit to go with what I did with the contrast. Let's bump up the contrast again. Now it looks, you know, the colors look pretty good. You know, I usually do all the, if I'm going to do any type of color corrections, I do that in like, I'll do that in, what's it called? Vegas? Sony Vegas, or, what am I trying to do now? What was I gonna, brightness. There we go. That makes it look better. You could do it, you know, I have like Sony Vegas and, Adobe After Effects, or if you have a Mac, you have Final Cut Pro or Premiere. But yeah, I guess that's it for the whole tutorial now. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll answer any questions that haven't been answered before. Maybe I'll, like, you know, if you guys ask a good question, then I'll go ahead and put the answer to it and the question inside of the description. So like, if you have a question, check the description before, unless there's no comments on the video, obviously. I don't know if this is gonna get a lot of views, but I hope to help out some people. You know, I mean, this whole tutorial that I did isn't gonna teach you how to film, because the only way to learn is to actually do it. You know, so like I said, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and post them in the comments. Send me a message. You know, anything. I hope this helped you guys out, and comment, like, subscribe, favorite this. If it helped you, favorite it. I'm not, well, yeah. All right. Peace, bros.